This is where you get to take over the show. Use the hashtag Dumb Debates on Twitter and just send it to us anytime one inspiration comes to you, or send an email. John at 1620thezone.com, Josh at 1620thezone.com, into the Equitable Bank inbox.
Give it to us.
I got a few of those in the Equitable Bank inbox, like this one from Wade. The nuclear apocalypse discussed by this very show weeks ago has come to pass.
Oh.
The good news, we all survived. The bad news, we lost a good portion of our food supply. You can only save one of the major food groups, and all other food groups from the other three are lost.
So you're saying the peanut butter's hit the fan.
It indeed has. So we can only save one of these food groups,
Okay.
and the others are gone. Do you save beef, which included that with that is dairy? Do you save poultry, which would include eggs?
So this was a nuclear attack that only took out that took out all but one of the fleshy eating animals?
Yes, John, it's dumb debates. Duh.
Okay.
Pork
It's a very specific nuke.
or fish? What are we saving,
Well,
and what are we losing?
We can take out pork and fish because beef and poultry also have an added benefit, right? Of eggs or milk.
Oh, so you're saying, sorry, bacon, I don't want you because pigs don't have eggs.
I can live without bacon, and I can definitely live without fish.
But what about your breakfast? I guess if you can only have bacon, but what about the eggs? And
See,
if you can only
I
have
think-
eggs, but what about the bacon?
I think chicken might be the right answer here, just because you can both eat eggs, but also the eggs can birth new chickens.
Yeah, I think this is an easy one for me. I think I'm going to go with the poultry/eggs.
Well, you're assuming that the cows still aren't reproducing.
I mean, they can, but I think the period of getting new chickens is much less than the period of getting new cows.
I mean, this is a very similar question to one that was asked many, many months ago on this same segment that led to the debate on which of the meats would you save. And
Yeah.
you and Stibbs picked chicken like morons, and I picked pork.
No, I think chicken is because chicken is white
Like
meat.
morons.
It's healthier meat
Well,
for
yeah,
you.
like
than-
morons, because
Chicken can come in so many ways. Fried chicken, chicken wings, chicken breast,
It's
boneless thighs.
also healthier for you than a lot
Pork.
of red meat.
healthier.
ham, the pulled pork, ribs, bacon, sausage.
Yeah. So what are you saving out of this?
You can have chicken ribs too. They're just called breasts.
There you go.
I'm with pork or chicken for
Yeah.
sure. Chicken. I'm with Josh.
Well, I mean, it's a survival thing. It's not a taste thing necessarily.
Yeah, no,
or a
I'm talking
preference
for
thing.
survival. That's what
Yeah,
I'm saying.
I guess it would have to be chicken.
It has to be. Why not beef?
Well, again, because there's more utility from the chicken.
Oh, interesting. Which is the exact same argument Stibbs and I made.
No, that was not the argument
Yes,
you
it
made.
was.
You weren't making it. You were only making the argument because you just I can't live without my
Also-
fried chicken.
I love fried chicken.
Being pedantic, it just said poultry. There are other poultries.
That's true.
Chuck,
Yeah.
that's poultry.
Oh yeah, your garbage ass turkey. Congrats, John. You got the stupid turkey
Oh,
in
thank
your life.
God.
It's funny because
Your
turkeys are
Thanksgi-
just bigger chickens, basically.
but worse, but tastes worse.
Taste
Only tastes worse
great.
because you haven't had good turkey.
Are you-
Apparently, you only visit Thanksgivings where
At
it's
my
done
grandpa's house
by,
in Fremont.
by the
what do you-
most dysfunctional
What are you saying?
Thanksgiving chefs on
Unreal.
the planet.
I mean, I
Can't
think
believe you would say that about my grandpa.
scientifically older folks don't have as many taste buds. I think their taste buds.
Are
I
you
think
saying
your
my
taste-
grandpa's old?
Yes, I'm saying your grandpa's
Hey!
old.
He's in his 70s and he's great. All right, so
You
we're
can
all
be
in
old
agreement.
and great.
Well, while we're on the subject of
Food?
food, I saw this today from friend of the program, Ari Wasserman of The Athletic. The topic was, we're canceling each other over food takes.
Oh, I've seen this.
Post your cancelable food take. And Ari's cancelable food take was that all Tex-Mex is the same. And the range between bad Mexican food and excellent Mexican food is much smaller than you'll find in other cuisines.
When I saw his tweet, I thought of you because you say that all Mexican food is the same.
Well, it's just
same five
it's like the
ingredients.
same 5 ingredients, just in different packaging, whether it's a hard shell taco, a soft shell taco,
I don't
a
know if
burrito,
I
an
agree with
enchilada.
I definitely don't.
because bad pasta is bad pasta. I don't know. Fazoli's not good.
Wow, they're a fine sponsor, aren't they?
I don't think so.
They're not. I was just kidding.
I mean, it.
Like you
It's
can
always-
somehow
it's-
make bad pasta.
I don't think I've ever had bad pasta.
I have.
You've absolutely
have?
had bad pasta.
Wait, that's not the question. The question
No.
is not about.
Yeah, why did
Nick,
you change the
don't
subject?
focus on the weird
no,
part.
because I'm talking about Italian. Like he's talking about the range of food.
That's not the cancelable. The food, the cancelable part wasn't supposed to be that.
Okay.
It was supposed to be that his opinion in general that it's. So it's asking the question that you're asking is what is
What's
a
our
food
most
take?
cancelable food
Yes,
take?
not do you disagree with Ari?
I do.
Well, I mean, I was just bringing up Ari's point. I mean,
Yeah.
as a dumb debate. Is it true that the range between bad Mexican food and excellent Mexican food is
I don't
smaller
agree.
than you would
I
find in
don't
other
agree.
cuisines?
I definitely don't agree because every now and then I'll go to a Mexican joint and I'll be so disappointed and I'm like, man, I wish that this was way better.
Mhm.
Like I don't ever think like, I think that average pizza is still pizza.
Absolutely.
I give all the crap to Val's, and you know what I do? I still eat it if you put it in front of me. When I go to a Creighton event, you know what I do? I eat the pizza that they have there, and I'm not a Godfather's fan.
even
But
really,
it's fine.
even really crappy, too greasy pizza.
Oh, any places you're thinking of in particular?
One particular comes to mind.
Okay.
Hate it.
Yeah. Yeah. So I disagree with Ari there. I think that the good difference between good Mexican and bad Mexican is
I don't
quite
know. I
noticeable.
think it's, I mean, what he's saying is the range is smaller.
I think the range is.
I don't think
It's a
so.
big range.
I tend to agree a bit with Ari, but then as I thought about this, I mean, the range between good Italian and actually the range between good Italian and bad Italian is pretty wide. It's pretty wide.
Yeah, good Italian is awesome.
Mhm.
I mean, the range between good
Then-
barbecue and bad barbecue. I think of the different ethnic foods. I think Ari is right in that if you compare Mexican to Chinese to Italian to Europe, whatever. That I mean, if you think of great Mexican food, and then for the bottom end, sorry Nick, Taco Bell.
Mm-hmm.
Still pretty edible, but then the range between really good Italian and, in Nick's case, Fazoli's or something else,
I think the
or
answer is-
Chef Boyardee.
What about pizza though?
pizza?
Really
Also,
good pizza. I feel like
pizza can also have a pretty narrow range.
it is. I feel like the
What
range
about like
is
hot
narrow.
dogs? Is there any such thing as a bad hot dog?
Is there any such thing as like a great hot dog?
Of course,
So
like
I think
a
that's a
truly
more narrow-
great hot dog.
I think that's a
course.
more narrow range than whatever hot dogs are.
well, I mean,
German?
really, you're talking sausages.
Yeah.
Severe
that's,
says
that's what a hot dog is.
by far the biggest range is between good and bad barbecue because that can just be
See, I was thinking of that too.
especially because that takes into account temperature. More than some of these other foods where you're talking about overcooking and just complete.
Oh yeah,
brisket, for example,
you can
right?
completely. I mean,
just torch.
you
the
could be
stuff.
right there on the edge of having something great, and then it goes a little bit too long, or you pull it too soon, whatever, and it can
Don't want to pull it too soon.
mess it up pretty badly.
You don't want to keep it in too long either.
Kelsey asks, "What is one item in a junk drawer that makes it a true junk drawer?"
Koozies.
Koozies. Interesting, because I was thinking
Unless
about
you
it-
have a koozie drawer, which some people do.
So I was thinking about junk drawers more towards the like pens,
Old phone chargers.
yeah, that type of stuff, like electronic and office adjacent
Or
items.
keychains.
Rubber bands and paper clips.
Oh, that's a good one, John. I was thinking thumbtacks.
Old phones.
that too.
Thumbtacks.
Do you have any old phones in your junk drawer?
No, but I do have old chargers. Like,
Twist ties.
oh wow, that's old. That's like a kitchen junk drawer. Kitchen
Oh,
junk
well,
drawer.
that's
I
where-
think
that's
all
where-
junk drawers are in the kitchen.
That's
Oh,
where
I guess I
was-
think of
yeah.
them in the office too.
No.
you have an
no.
office junk drawer? That's
I
weird.
just have a kitchen.
I have a
junk
drawer in my desk that I just kind of. It's full of random stuff. Old credit
There's
cards,
push pens, push pins, pens.
letter,
twist ties.
letter openers. My parents have a letter opener in their
don't
junk
know if
drawer.
I
I
have a
think
letter
it's
opener.
interesting that we as a human race, without being told, we've just evolved into having a junk drawer.
Mhm.
Everybody has one. You know what it is. You all have it.
Sticky notes.
We just do.
My parents have sticky notes in their junk drawer.
Yeah,
Definitely pens. There are pens that are going to be in junk drawers for sure.
yeah.
All those things.
Maybe change.
Jimmy Allen, this was a good one from last week. Is buying a Corvette a midlife crisis, or can you just afford it when you're older? It's a
It's-
really good question.
It's the latter.
I think it depends on
Really?
the
Oh,
context.
yeah.
I
though.
think it depends on the
'Cause
context.
You can afford a lot of
Well-
things when you're older, but why go to the Corvette when you could get something more practical that's just as expensive?
Well, buying a Corvette has never been about practicality.
Right.
It's
which
always
means
been
it's
about-
a midlife crisis thing.
No, it's not. You don't have to have a midlife. Maybe you just want it because you like a great sports car. I've got a friend who's had Corvettes since he was in college. You know, you just want it because you love the car, you love how it drives.
I definitely think there can be context to it. If you're like, I'm saving up and I want to get one when I'm older and I can afford it, and the kids are out of the house, I feel like that's the difference between like.
But if you
divorced,
if you drove like
energy,
a Jeep or a truck or a Range Rover the whole time, and you're just like, I want a Corvette now. I want to feel young.
yeah, it can definitely be both.
Well, it can, but I think it's more about being able to afford it, or you no longer have the kids in the house. You've got the room.
You have the extra money.
And yeah, you have the extra money.
Yeah.
For some people. For others, it's, they just had it because they've always wanted it.
Mm-hmm. Brian says, with the newest NHL team being referred to as the Utah Hockey Club. Did you know that? I didn't know that until this week. They're like deciding on the next name and mascot.
I've decided to call them the Hockey Jazz.
That works for me.
Hockey Jazz.
And at one point, we had Washington football team. Should all the major sports leagues mandate that any expansion team or team wanting to change its name should have to go by some sort of club or team moniker for 2 years to give them time to come up with a good name, kind of like an initiation of sorts? It'd be funny to have a Seattle basketball squad or a Salt Lake City baseball team. The answer to this is unequivocally yes.
No.
Yeah, the answer is yes.
You don't think that would get confusing if you're having a pedantic argument naming dudes? It's like, oh, this guy played for the Seattle football team. It's like, no, which Seattle football team?
No, because there's only one Seattle football team. They're the football team in Seattle. It's just like the Washington football team. I loved it, though. I thought it was a good name. I think Utah Hockey Club is hilarious and also kind of cool.
Yeah, but then
what does their gear look like?
Because then what if you have a year, not that we're doing this as much anymore, but what if you have a year where you bring in like when the Rockies and the Marlins joined? So you would have had the Colorado Baseball Club and the Miami Baseball Club at the same time. Terrible idea.
Now, that's a good argument.
Terrible idea.
I do like the Utah Hockey Club logo. That's pretty fun.
It looks like a generic beer.
Well, it does kind of look like a beer. Like, hey, can I get one of those Utah Hockey Clubs? The double IPA, please. You're not wrong. That does look like it would be on a glass bottle.
I'm not.
So you're out on this.
Yeah, I'm out on this. I mean,
right.
if team's going to rebrand, you want to rebrand so that you don't run into the situation that the Commanders ran into, where people are still calling them the Washington football team, because they hate the Commanders.
Yeah, well, understandable. The Utah Hockey Jazz is funny. I like
that. That's how I'm going to refer to them, as the Hockey Jazz.
Well, I've mentioned this before, but there's a Cowboys person that I follow who calls Washington the Washington Football Wizards. And I'm like, that's a pretty funny nickname for them.
That is pretty funny.
Mm-hmm.
That is pretty funny.
I like that. Utah Hockey Jazz. I didn't know about this until this week.
I didn't find out until last night when producer
TV?
Josh was tweeting about the Utah.
I forgot that they
Hockey
moved.
Club.
I thought that there was another year left in Arizona.
No. I remember they had moved, but I didn't realize
we don't care about hockey on the Grum. That's the answer.
Johnny Pigs is asking, have the people who bought all the toilet paper during COVID had to buy more yet?
Yes.
It's been 4 years now. Yeah. I mean, unless you have amazing control or very clean poops.
Yeah.
When I was a single guy living by myself during COVID, I wasn't going out much or whatever. I lasted COVID. I could have a thing of toilet paper last me like 8 months.
Thing of it?
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
You're pooping at the office a lot, huh?
There was some. I wasn't really at the office. That's the thing. I was just.
Wow.
I could make it last.
This is your friend Star Wars Fiend. What do you call Star Wars Fiend?
Jar Jar Binks?
Halloween has overtaken Christmas.
Good.
I think more people look forward to decorating for Halloween. Costumes fall on Halloween themed items. I feel if it wasn't for the gift giving, Christmas would be an afterthought like Easter to many other than kids. This is it's not even a dumb debate. It's more of a hypothesis. Has Halloween overtaken Christmas? Do more people look forward to Halloween than Christmas?
No.
Hell
no.
I think this is a generational
No, it is
thing.
not you always say that.
Because
it is a you
people
thing.
of my generation love Halloween more than we love Christmas.
I don't believe
we just
this to
do.
be the-
More of
You
us like
do.
Halloween more.
You do.
You do.
Yeah.
Why are you talking to me as if I don't know other people my age?
Because I know other people your age.
You know everybody else on planet Earth your age.
I'm saying a majority.
I bet there's like a Gen Z for Christmas Reddit page. And they're all like, we care about Christmas more than any generation ever has. I just think that it's very easy to think that everybody agrees with you when you talk to people that are also
Then
like,
why do
yeah,
you think
like,
everybody agrees with you? This
Well,
can work the other way. Why do you
because-
think everybody
'cause
unequivocally loves Christmas more than Halloween?
because you get gifts. It's Christmas.
I think people care less about getting gifts now.
Oh.
I think
I
people,
don't know about that.
you guys like to poop talk me for the experience and liking the experience of things. I think
I
that's
don't poop talk to you for liking the experience.
I think that's a bigger thing. Where more people, being adults, care more about the experience than actually getting things.
Yes,
Getting
but
things is cool,
Halloween
but
Halloween is a kid's holiday.
I don't think it is anymore.
It's always been.
No,
a
that
kid's
I'll
holiday.
disagree with that.
It
When I got
absolutely is.
Well, you got into college and, the college girls
I'm
are
not
wearing
saying-
their
listen,
tiny outfits.
Listen, you could make the same argument about Christmas too, but more people participate in Christmas than they do in Halloween.
Oh, 100%. I would agree with that.
Yeah.
Sam says, no, think about how depressing late December would be without Christmas season. All we'd have is getting ready for Big East basketball. Ugh, nobody wants that.
Everyone wants that.
Nobody wants that.
Everybody wants that.
Mm.
But at the end of Christmas season or that season,
Then the days are getting longer
baseball.
and it's happier. No, it's
College
not for
baseball.
that.
I mean, it is pretty close.
Murph says,
Practice
did
literally starts like a couple weeks after.
Did
that.
Nick wipe on his carpet like a dog a lot, or did he have that much toilet paper? I do still have some follow-ups about the toilet paper. 8 months?
So
How many rolls were in it?
I would get the mega pack and I'd
So
get
that's
the
what's that,
good
like
toilet.
40? 40 rolls?
Well, it wasn't like 40. It was
maybe, yeah.
maybe 18 rolls. But
18 rolls lasted you 8 months?
it's probably not exactly 8 months, but it was a while.
Interesting.
It was months. It lasted.
Interesting.
I
Yeah.
only had to buy toilet paper twice during COVID.
Interesting. Well, there's been a lot of YouTube comments that
But I would buy the big
On what, the toilet paper?
No, about Nick's Christmas
but
take.
I would
Oh.
buy the big mega rolls and I would get the expensive toilet paper because that's a concession that I have
Yeah.
or I don't have. I will always spend money on good toilet paper because you have to use less and it's more effective.
Some comments. Let's get to them.
Oh, God.
Icon27, shut up, Nick. I'm of your generation, and that isn't a majority opinion. Wade says Nick is spicy on this one. Love it. Peter, I'm 25. I like Halloween more than Christmas because of the commercialization of it. Now, real quick, that's hilarious because Halloween is also totally
Bingo.
commercialized.
I mean, you talk about, if you want to, Christmas has always been commercialized, but if you want to talk about the expansion of commercialization, Halloween has gone up 1,000-fold from where it was when I was a kid.
Yeah.
In terms of the commercialization. Of course, there was more room to grow.
Theo says,
But-
agree with producer Nick on this. And Jordan says it's because Gen Zers don't have enough money to buy presents. So some agree and some
You
disagree.
don't have to buy expensive presents.
It's about the vibes.
It's about the experience.
Sometimes you
Sometimes
go out
about-
and make presents for people.
Sometimes it's like being with your family, but it has to happen at Thanksgiving. Sometimes the Christmas season is so good it happens at Thanksgiving.
only for
Sometimes.
loons.
Zell says Gen Z Satan over Jesus, according to Nick. Is that what it is, Nick? Anti-Jesus. Spot the lie
I
there.
mean, there is a rich irony to the fact that there are many people who celebrate Christmas but do not believe in
Indeed, the reason for the season.
in Christianity.
I got an email from listener Ty.
Yeah, what does
Says,
Ty say?
Not a bad take, and I'm a millennial.
There you go. Well, interesting.
Notice how all these bad takes are coming from your generations and certainly not mine.
Gen Xers are doing other stupid stuff. Sam writes, is that level of
Not
rice?
running for president, though, am I right?
Well, they were. You got a VP at least. Sam says, or
We
wait,
got-
is he one of us? He's
Who?
39, isn't he? Isn't JD 39? He might be
One of yours.
no.
One of
Never.
yours.
Oh, that's a tough
One
look.
of yours.
Not great.
One of yours.
Sam writes, is that level of rice retaining all of Nick's body fluid? Travis says Christmas is better. Icon says Halloween is a much purer example of commercialization than Christmas. Much more pure.
Much more pure? You mean a holiday that basically celebrates scaring the crap out of people and death and
It is pretty sweet.
I mean, that's
It is pretty sick.
pretty nasty.
Alex and Lincoln, Gen Z likes the handout. Not a bad idea. But again, Christmas has that too.
Well,
Christmas
but
has more handout than Halloween.
yeah, but there's a give and a take.
There is. There's literally a
And I
give and
think-
take.
Halloween gives you more of a chance to just kind of forget about the world. Like Christmas, hey, you're hanging out with friends, but you're spending money and stuff like that. But Halloween, it's more, you can be goofy. You
Hmm.
can't dress up in costumes and be goofy for Christmas. You
You
can, but
could.
you'd be a weirdo.
You ever been in a Christmas pageant at school?
No.
Hey, Nick,
Oh.
you should watch the NFL games that are surrounding Christmas this year. Look at the outfits that some of the people wear to those games. They love dressing up for
Yeah,
Christmas.
but that's
They
also
do.
people love dressing up at sports stuff. That's
Yeah.
they're not dressing up for Christmas, they're dressing up for sports.
I see people do Christmas outfits all the time. All the time. Next time when we get to the Christmas season this year, I'm gonna
But
start
a
taking.
Christmas outfit is different than a Halloween costume. It's about being goofy, you know?
You don't think that ugly Christmas sweaters are goofy?
I think that ugly Christmas sweaters is Christmas's attempt to try to match Halloween.
Interesting.
What
I
are you
do like
talking
them.
about? People have been doing the goofy Christmas sweaters for generations.
Halloween's been around for generations.
This might be Nick's
Yeah.
newest weird take.
Yeah, but I don't know.
And that's dumb
I don't think
debates.
I don't think Christmas cares about Halloween.
Yeah, it's like the Don Draper meme from Mad Men where Ginsburg says something to him and he goes, "I don't think about you at all."
You don't think Christmas cares about Halloween, but I think a lot of people on the hardcore Christmas side hate Halloween.
Now that's true. As someone who grew up going to church, they were very anti-Halloween. Very anti.
I think Halloween lives rent-free in Christmas's head.
Well, it seems like Christmas is living rent-free in your head
At
right
that,
now.
I would agree.
Yeah, maybe it's just living rent-free in
I would
both.
agree.
This is like Nebraska and Creighton basketball fans, where they're both trying to tell the other, "No, you live rent-free.
Maybe
no, you live rent-free."
Halloween is just contrarian Christmas.
Sam says Gen Z just got captured by big candy and big costume. Corporations tricked them through TikTok.
That is true. I mean, there was somebody
They-
in this studio who got very excited last week when a costume arrived via Amazon.
That was
It wasn't
amazing.
Amazon.
What was it through?
Spirit Halloween.
Nice. Jace
But who
Todd.
delivered it?
FedEx.
A fine corporate America company.
Nice. Jace Todd says tiebreaker, which holiday has better movies? Now that's a good dumb debates question. John hates Christmas movies, so I think he's going to go with Halloween.
We don't have
Well,
enough Halloween movies.
Oh, what do you if you count anything in the horror genre as Halloween, which I would, then I think
But
Halloween's
Krampus
Well-
is this weird middle ground where it's Christmas movie, technically.
What's Krampus?
It's about the German dude who basically comes and eats kids.
I don't know
Christmas
about this.
Eve.
I don't want to know about this person.
Yeah, I don't either.
Krampus is a
The
fun
under
movie.
already hit, so we don't have to worry
Yeah,
about
I'm not
that.
into Krampus.
Yeah, I would definitely
I do
say
like horror movies,
I would
though.
definitely say that Halloween's got much greater than because some of you people, and I do mean you people, are trying to cancel Die Hard as a Christmas movie. That's
Stupid.
which is
So-
the only
Bad
good
take.
Christmas movie.
I have
except
that-
Christmas
It's the hot
Story.
dog is a sandwich of Christmas takes.
I have that take where just because it happens to take place during Christmas doesn't mean it's a Christmas movie.
Yeah,
If Christmas
like
isn't
Die
like
Hard.
the
There
main
was
thing.
Christmas music in it, and they were all they would not have been there at Nakatomi Plaza had it not been for the company Christmas party. So if it hadn't been for the company Christmas party, then Hans would not have invaded
Hans.
not have
Booby.
invaded Nakatomi Plaza. So Christmas absolutely was a central theme,
It didn't have to be a
To the
Christmas party
movie.
though. It could have been any get together.
but it wasn't. It was a Christmas party.
But
So
I-
it's a Christmas movie.
Anyway, I feel the same way about Halloween things. Just because it's a horror movie doesn't make it a Halloween.
Now I
movie.
agree with that. Horror movies are not Halloween movies, but a lot of Halloween movies are horror movies, or a lot of horror movies are set around Halloween. I don't think Blair Witch Project is a Halloween movie. It is a horror movie.
Yes,
But Halloween is literally about the night of Halloween.
that's true.
I don't remember. I haven't watched the movie this week, and I hope that I have time. I don't remember if Halloween played a part in the movie. A couple more comments before we go to break. Icon again. You don't get school off for Halloween. You get a whole damn vacation for Christmas. Excellent point. Jordan
Well,
says
that's for religious reasons.
Halloween is for people who want to be something or someone they can't be. Getting a little deep on that. And adds Halloween is only fun for kids and college students. I'm definitely someone, and John and I are definitely the people that do not dress up for Halloween at the
No.
office, and I never have been. But Nick isn't either. You don't show up dressed as a character.
Yet,
Oh, you're going to do that this year?
maybe.
Shane used to do that. You should be
I
more
mean,
like
he
Shane.
wasted all that money on that costume. He's got to get use out of it.
That's true. Yeah.
I can't believe he chose that particular costume. I mean,
The red hat and all. Pretty wild. Not what I expected from Nick.
Yeah.